Welcome to another episode of Ask Me Anything About Amazon, live on YouTube. Let's get started.
And hello, welcome to another Ask Me Anything About Amazon live on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook. All Amazon Seller Society's channels. Hi, Zainab, how are you?
Hello, Crystal. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Very excited to be with you today and to talk about everything Turkey because you are located in Turkey. You are the head of our office in Turkey. So we're very excited. For anyone who hasn't seen you before, I know we've done a few videos about what we're doing in Turkey and the e-commerce market in Turkey, and we're both very, very, very excited about it. So I'm very excited to talk about it and explore this very interesting topic for a lot of people. I'm sure you are as well.
I'm very excited, of course. I mean, Turkey is a big market. It has a great potential, and I'm more than happy to share this potential with everyone around the world so that they can explore it. Why not?
Yes, exactly. So, as you guys know, we're going to be, from the title of today's live session, we're going to be talking about how you can source products from Turkey and the different locations of the different areas, the different products, all of that. And we're going to let you know a little bit more about how you can work with us if you also want to get products from Turkey. But with that being said, we also are here to answer all of your questions. So if you have questions, please go ahead and leave them in the comments and we will answer them as we are going. But let's start and let's kick things off, Zainab, by starting and talking about finding suppliers in Turkey. I'll let you go ahead and continue.
Thank you very much, Crystal. So today, like Crystal mentioned, we'll be talking about how to find suppliers in Turkey, what kind of products are being manufactured in Turkey, and what are the procedures in the export process in general, the approximate fees, and so on. So let's get to it.
Yeah.
Here, we provided an overview of the kinds of products that are being manufactured in Turkey. So the top category would be Turkish apparel, Turkish textile, automotive, leather products, carpets, jewelry, animal products, and seafood. A Turkish hardware also is being manufactured in Turkey, home textile, olive and olive oil, dried fruit and nuts, yes, and that is being manufactured and even exported from Turkey,
One of the
even
best
though it
things.
sounds nuts. Turkish kitchenware and houseware,
That was a good
Turkish
joke. Yeah.
thank you. Turkish cosmetics, Turkish ceramics, yeah, and Turkish toys. So these are in general the products that are being exported on a heavy basis from Turkey to all over the world. Guys, let us know in the comments if you have ever sourced or bought any Turkish products out of these categories.
Yeah, most people travel to Turkey and maybe they purchase them as customers and consumers. I'm not sure, there's still a mystery around how you can find great suppliers in Turkey and how to export products. And when I announced what we were talking about today, Zainab, I got a lot of comments and DMs. We got a lot on Instagram. So I'm sure it's very interesting to a lot of people, but it's also still very mysterious for a lot of people. So we want to remove the mystery.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Now,
Let's continue.
how you can find suppliers? That is the question that many of you is asking, of course. There are many methods. The very basic one is to go on a website, askturkiye.com. So here you can create a request, you can post what are you looking for, and suppliers, if they are interested, they would contact you. Or you can also find a list of suppliers and you can go through it. But for this, it will require some Turkish and some knowledge of English. You can also ask your local chamber of trade to publish a product or service request to targeted countries. And again, if the supplier is interested or if they think they can provide you this service, then they can contact you through the chamber of trade. Now, this is not a very common practice and not many suppliers might be familiar with this service. So we do recommend that you do your research as well as posting a request. Another basic method is having a good research on LinkedIn, Google. It will always work. When you just type the type of product, the name of the product, or the category, and you type Turkey, you will more or less receive a list of manufacturers or companies who provide also this service. Of course, when finding a manufacturer, there are many points that you need to consider. The quality of the product that they provide, sustainability, if they can keep producing the same product for you, because you don't want to have to stop midway, you know. The price also is very important, because if you can have your input price as low as possible, you can increase your profit. Eligibility. By this, we mean in some cases, when you need to export or import a product, there are some certificates that the manufacturer or the supplier need to have. So that's why you need to make sure that your supplier and manufacturer is eligible before processing any order. The MOQ, the minimum order quantity. Some suppliers would have a very high MOQ, and you don't want to have to end up with a big quantity or a big stock that you cannot sell. So that's why testing the market first with a low MOQ would be best. The payment terms, some suppliers in Turkey, believe it or not, they offer to pay via installments. So imagine you can buy your products, but pay it over 5 or 6 times. It's very good. The packaging, some suppliers in Turkey would offer free packaging extra at their cost as, a gift, or that is included in the price. So make sure to ask if they provide the service for you or not. The pictures of the product also, in order for you to be able to list your item before shipping your item to the warehouse, make sure to request the pictures of the product from your supplier. And you have the after-sales service and returns. For the after-sales service, let's say you have a defect caused because of the production. Mm-hmm. In that case, your supplier or your manufacturer is the one who should be held responsible. If it's a production defect, you should be able to return the product with no questions. But of course, not if a customer returns a product to you and like you will be contacting your supplier, hey, a customer returned it, I'm going to send it back. No, that doesn't work that way.
Yeah. You can also just so everybody knows, in case you want some reliable services or anything regarding procuring and getting products, manufacturers, suppliers in Turkey, you can always work with the Amazon Sellers Society team and Zainab, that is our team based in Turkey. You can go ahead and open the description box underneath where you are viewing this, either on Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube, and you can book a call with Zainab where she can discuss with you what we can do. So we have a long and large list of suppliers, whether you already have a product that is being manufactured elsewhere and you would like to move that manufacturing over in Turkey, or if you're starting a new product, we will help and support you with getting good suppliers in Turkey, as well as supporting you with shipping products to the UAE. Let's answer this question, Zainab, from Siddiq, who's asking, which market has more scope, UAE or Turkey? What do you think?
By more scope, does he refer to the market size or the market potential? Because Turkey has 80 million population, and it has 50% women, 50% men. So the population you're targeting, you have equal chances of making profits. And Turkey is nearly, according to statistics made in 2021, it's nearly 5 times bigger than the UAE market.
Yeah. So there are a lot of positives and negatives, and I don't think there's any negative when it comes to selling on Amazon. Yes. So no matter where you decide to start, you need to just understand a little bit more the market and focus. The mistake would be trying to think, oh, do I open here? Do I open here? Do I open here? Do I open here? It will waste a lot of your time, because any market that you look at has positives, and any market that you look at has negatives. For me, I would suggest that when you want to sell on Amazon in Turkey, then you also need to manufacture and get your products in Turkey. It would make much, much more sense than manufacturing your products in China and shipping them over to Turkey. Wouldn't make a lot of sense. So with that being said, it just minimizes the types and of products that you can sell. Not that everything is not manufactured in Turkey. Everything is manufactured in Turkey, but some things are literally even the raw material is manufactured in Turkey, and those are the types of products that you want. However, some products are just assembled. For example, most electronics, large household electronics, are assembled in Turkey. So it's just about having the strategy. Turkey is a very easy market, Amazon wise, to get into because it's still new as opposed to the UAE. And like Zainab said, it's a very big market, and that's why we're so excited about it. But I would never compare any this to that. Is this better than this one? Because each and every one has its positives. And of course, just like in business, it has its negatives as well. A question, Zainab, from Fatima, who's asking, do we have to pay monthly fee for Amazon Turkey account?
Yes, you do. It is 90 lira per month.
Yeah. So it's very similar, like most other Amazon marketplaces. Just the difference is in the UAE, it's free. So in the UAE, they're okay with not making money. Yeah,
They're making money other way. Yeah,
they're making money other ways. Yes. So let's continue with that, Zainab. So let's move on and talk about the locations of where you can find these manufacturers, because just like in most countries, most manufacturing countries, like in China, for example, we find the similarities, as in each and every region is well known for a certain type of product.
yes. So
Yeah.
here we have 7 main cities in Turkey,
Mhm.
and each one of them is famous for a specific kind of product. Now, of course, Istanbul comes in the first place. So it's famous for its large wholesale markets like Laleli, Martı, and Göngören, which are the most important destinations for wholesale clothing and footwear dealers. You have also Istock Market. It is one of the largest wholesale markets for various products. So it's not limited to one category, but you can find a wide variety there. Then comes Bursa. So Bursa is concentrated in many different products, but the most important of them is clothing, especially children ones. Also, you can find furnishing, so whether for the office or home furniture, and it is located in İnegöl. It is a bit far from the center, but so in Bursa, if you are looking for textile, clothes, and furnitures, then Bursa should be your destination. Denizli is famous, however, for home textile. Konya is famous for machinery, production lines, as well as sometimes some industrial products. And then for Kayseri, it is perfect for PVC doors and windows. Mersin and Adana, this region has one of the most producers of agricultural materials, and they're exporting to Central Asia, Northern Europe. So if you source anything related to this category from Mersin or Adana, usually most of your suppliers will be eligible to export to many areas around the world. And then last but not least is Gaziantep. So Gaziantep, you can find carpets, fabrics, textile, footwear. The traders there, even the traders from neighboring countries, they prefer to source and they prefer to get suppliers and manufacture from Gaziantep, given the quality they produce with, and also the price is very competitive.
Yes. Perfect. Now, this is my favorite part.
Yeah.
No, the one I'm
This one. Like I moved
Yes.
and you tried to move.
Yeah.
All right. Now let's talk export-wise. Turkey, Europe, Andorra, UK, Monaco, and San Marino, they have custom union agreements. So any industrial goods and processed agricultural goods could be exported from Turkey to the mentioned countries without export tax. This has a huge benefit. Also, I'm sure many of you did not know this information, but Turkey has free trade agreements with many countries. Albania, UK, Bosnia, EFTA, so Iceland, Norway, Sweden, Faroe Islands, Morocco, Palestine, South Korea.
I bet most people
Egypt.
don't know where the Faroe Islands are, but
Yeah.
continue.
It's
Let's
okay.
see. If you are watching this live without Googling, do you know where the Faroe Islands are? Yes or no? Just let us know.
Yes, type this in the comments. Let's see how many
Yeah.
people in the geography class.
Yeah.
Kosovo also, Macedonia, Malaysia, Moldova, Mauritius, Serbia, Singapore, Chile, Tunisia, and Venezuela. So with
You
these
skipped
countries,
Egypt. Egypt is a very important marketplace when it comes to Amazon as well.
Yes.
So that's why, in these countries, you find a lot of Turkish products, just because Maybe we need to continue and explain what free trade agreement basically means, Zainab.
Yes. So for the free trade, it means like you can export, you can import without paying any custom fees, any import taxes, any export taxes. It's free. You bring products, you sell them here, you bring products from Tunisia, you sell them to Turkey, and vice versa.
Yeah.
You can sell with these countries with no custom clearance. So you skip all the hassle. And currently, the UAE, Lebanon, and Sudan, so they are waiting to sign with these countries. They are waiting to sign the free trade agreement with Turkey. So imagine if Qatar signs this.
Yeah.
Magic. It will be a market boom.
Yes.
And in 2021, Turkey has exported $5.5 billion worth of products to the UAE only. And the most exported product was jewelry.
That's, for me, that's not for most people, it shouldn't be like a surprise that it's actually jewelry. Yeah.
Well,
so Fatima is asking, does UAE have a free trade agreement with Turkey?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. They don't, Fatima.
What about Pakistan? Amir is asking.
No, Amir. Only the countries here that are listed, they have free trade agreements. But currently, the pending countries are Lebanon, Sudan, and Qatar. No information about Pakistan yet.
Yeah.
Any
but let's
question?
Continue and talk about import and export, because even if there's no free trade agreement, and even if you don't want to sell Turkish products in Albania or the Faroe Islands or anywhere like that, there is also a very huge advantage to manufacturing in Turkey and selling selling in the UAE or KSA or in the Middle East or anywhere for that matter, but especially in the Middle East where we are focused because of, first of all, the location. Second of all, Zainab will go through the details.
Yes. So regarding the export fees, they are usually paid by the exporter. So this means that you find a product in Turkey and you want to import it to the UAE. The export company will handle the custom clearance in Turkey and will provide you the necessary documents for it. Then, depending on the agreement, the importer usually pays only logistics and import fees in their country. But again, it is all about what kind of agreement you have with the exporter. So please make sure to go through all the details, all the clauses in the agreement between you and the exporter to avoid any unnecessary issues. And then in order to export products from Turkey, you must have a custom broker to handle the custom clearance. And approximately the fee would be around 2,500 lira. And 1 lira is now nearly $18.5. $1, sorry, 18.5 lira. I suddenly raised the inflation around the world. I ruined the economy.
Yeah.
So, to most countries, there's no additional export tax. Therefore, for exporters, the only cost would be custom broker and custom clearance fee.
Yeah. And how easy is that to find companies that support, because I know we get a lot of questions around, is it easy to find companies? We also got a question now from Manny. I guess this is 3PL, Manny, or because I'm sure it's not 3PI. So also around 3PL. So how is it, are there logistics companies? Is it easy to find import-export companies that can support small businesses as well as 3PLs in Turkey?
Yes, there are many, many countries, and they are very accessible. Even when you type in Google, like private label, you can type logistic Turkey. You will find many, many sponsored companies and many companies that are operating in this field. 3PL.
Yeah. It's a very, very large market, and it's been importing, manufacturing, exporting even before the boom of e-commerce. So all of the services that you might require, you can find companies that can help support you. E-commerce is it's fairly new in the market, but these manufacturers, import, export, everything has been happening for a very long time. So anything that you need, you'll be able to find.
Yes.
What else do we want to talk about, Zainab, regarding manufacturing in Turkey? Is there any best practices? Is there anything that people need to watch out for?
All right. So when you are exporting a product, you need to check if it's eligible and if you can import it to the country. Okay. So you can check its certificates. You can check also for references from that supplier. Has he done this before? Has he sent products to this X country? Or for the export companies, you should check for their references. You should check how long they are in the business. You should check their experience. Also, the language barrier could be an important point.
Yep.
You should find someone who speaks English to avoid any miscommunication problems. For the best practices, I suggest that you check or get quotation from different custom brokers, because some would offer a better price or lower price than the others to attract more customers. So make sure you get many quotations from different custom clearance or custom brokers. And then, of course, if you want to avoid the hassle of sourcing or finding a good, reliable manufacturer in Turkey, you can contact us anytime.
Yes, for sure. I guess, Zainab, it's very similar to, what you said is the same exact due diligence that you should do for any other market. However, maybe we don't really take that into consideration. Well, most sellers don't take that into consideration because there's something called Alibaba. And most sellers, they just, if they find a supplier on Alibaba or a shipping company on Alibaba, they just feel that, it's going to be a good company because it's on Alibaba, which is not really the case. So you have to do your due diligence, and you have to do this, make sure that everything is good, everything lines up. You double check the references of the supplier, you double check the shipping company. You need to make sure no matter where, because, sometimes you might experience problems. So a question from Muhammad, he's asking, what about DDP? Of course, it's the same thing anywhere, Muhammad. So you'll be able to find shipping companies, exporting companies that can support that as well.
Yes.
Yeah. A question from Manny as well. How can you separate from suppliers, manufacturers, my units to 3PL to Amazon warehouse with barcode situation? Well, normally that's how everybody understands what your products are and what your products aren't. It's normally using barcodes. It's the same thing when you go to a supermarket. When you go to the supermarket and you check out on the checkout register, they know what the product is and how much it costs, and they can also update their inventory system, and they can tell the manufacturer or the seller of these products how many units that have been sold today. They can tell the general office how many units have been sold of a certain milk or Pepsi or whatever, all because of a barcode. So the barcode is what makes things so much easier and makes things easy for everyone. The last question that we want to answer, Zainab, is from Grow Skills. In UAE or Turkey, can we take some products from the wholesale market? You just shared a website for wholesaling that there will have to test the market in the wholesale market, and these products are branded. So are you able to do that in Turkey, Zainab?
So let me just double check if I got his question correct or not. So he wants to get branded products, ship them to the UAE or UAE to Turkey.
I think he wants to get them locally in the market. Like if he wants to sell in Turkey, he wants to locally find the branded products, wholesale market, and sell them on Amazon in Turkey, and vice versa in UAE. So no shipping involved.
Well, it depends on the product and it depends on the brand. For some brands, they might allow it, but for some others, they would ask for a high MOQ in order, they would ask for a minimum order quantity. So it's really relevant to the brand. You can always contact them, ask them if you can sell their products in this country or in this market. And then if they allow it, what will be their condition? And then you can follow the steps.
Yeah. Because Grow Skills, Zainab, is also thinking about the fact that you need to be buying these products from legitimate distributors or manufacturers if you want to sell them on Amazon. Because on Amazon, this becomes a whole different game.
Level.
We know how Amazon operates, and you can't just go to a store, buy AirPods, and just come sell them on Amazon. It doesn't work that way, unfortunately, not anymore. So with that being said, if you want to get branded products, you can't just go get them from a wholesale market. You need to get them from the official distributor of that brand. I don't think you're going to have a problem if the products are not branded, if they're just generic products and you want to test out the market, then that wouldn't be a problem. But we're talking about branded products. Fatima is asking, what about the listings in Turkey and Amazon Turkey? Are the listings in English and will they be automatically translated in Turkish? Oh, you wish, Fatima. Go
No,
ahead,
it
sorry.
won't. No, unfortunately, you have to list it in Turkish.
Yeah. So you need to learn Turkish, or
Yeah.
you need to contact Zainab so she can support you with that.
Yes.
No, the main and primary language, unlike the UAE, the main and primary language for Amazon in Turkey is in Turkish, in Germany in German, in France in French. So we're just spoiled in the Middle East, in the UAE and KSA. So no, it actually has to be in Turkish and then it will be translated. And that's it, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much, Zainab, for all of your support and information, and for all of the support that you're supporting our members. Very excited to be coming into 2023 with our lovely team in Turkey. And we're very excited to support you guys with everything that you need. Again, if you have any questions, you can book a call with Zainab, or you can add your comments once you watch this video, and we will try to answer all of your comments. Zainab, what do we want to tell everyone?
Well, first, I want to thank everyone who joined today. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your participation. I wish you a happy year full of success. Do not hesitate to start your e-commerce. Every market has great potential. We're here to support you. We're here to help you. So please do not hesitate to book calls, to ask your questions. We'll be here.
We'll try to help you as much as we can, because sometimes we can't help everyone, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, Zainab.
Thank you. Bye, everyone. Have a good day.
Bye.